with you hearing me. So I'm going to wait until I get comments, and I'm just on, so I'll wait until somebody goes on. So I'll start my cleansing. But when you let me know you're on, I will just do a quick test on the mic. I'm using for cleansing, I'm using the micellar all-in-one cleansing water. I'm doing really good with that. Really, really good. Okay. I'm just waiting because we had 4 times yet the other day, if you remember, that there was issues. So let's just have a quick, make sure everything's all right. Okay. So if you can hear me, let me know, because of yesterday we had, or not yesterday, the day before, we had issues. So just if you just type any comment, so I can, the reason I'm doing these gestures is so that somebody will respond. Thank you for the love hearts. But if you can hear me, if you just even put an emoji, just so I know that you're on. Because Monday I had to go live 4 times. So that's why I'm going to take it a little bit slow with the cleansing, just in case nobody can hear. Thank you for the love hearts. If you can comment, even an emoji, just to let me know. I don't think you can hear me. If you can hear me, let me know, just type. I think we're having the same issue as the other day. If you just let me know, guys, you can just put an emoji up, anything like that. Let me just check in the settings. Can you hear me? Can people hear me? Oh, sound is on. Okay, that's fine. Okay, sound is on. That's fine. Monday, just in case anyone new is coming on, nobody could hear me. I had to go live 4 times. I don't know what was wrong, but yes. So welcome to the live. If you're new here, my name is Kira. Outside of YouTube, I am a support worker for people with Down syndrome and autism. And on YouTube, I do makeup tutorials. So everything here is about makeup tutorials, just so you know. I'm glad everybody can hear me. Okay, great. So we're going to start with cleansing. I'm just using the micellar water from Garnier. Let me know, guys, if you're new here or if you're a subscriber. But it's great that we've got the sound issues. So today I've got everything I need in this little box here, because I'm going to be doing a video on dupes. So everything's here, but we're going to be using it today. So let's just pop on our moisturizer. This is the Garnier Vitamin C Brightening Serum Cream. So it's really good. It's got an SPF 25. So anything with a serum in it is great for things like skincare. So that's what it looks like. And vitamin C has that kind of orange scent to it. I'm going to catch up with the comments just after I pop on this moisturizer. Skin is definitely going through a rough patch, but it's winter, so autumn winter time. So I probably should have tied my hair up, but I'm just out of the shower, so okay. But let me know, guys, how you are. I'll just catch up on the comments shortly. I'm just making sure that's rubbed into the skin. And then anything that's remaining, I just put on the rest of my body. Okay, let me just catch up with comments, guys. Okay, so hi, Daddy. I'm a Daddy. That's a unusual username. T-Rex, hi. Brittany, hi. Shintasoma, hi. Okay, so I've said hello to everybody. Again, thank you for coming in tonight, guys. This is a makeup tutorial, and we're going to be looking at the W7 eyeshadow palette, which has escaped. Sorry, guys. Okay, there we go. So we're going to get ready. Something always goes wrong on these lives, doesn't it, guys? At least if that's all that goes wrong, that's absolutely fine. Okay, so we're going to go in with primer, and the primer is going to help the foundation stay on most of the day. So this is a Smashbox dupe, and a dupe just means another sort of like lower cost version of a high-end product. And this is W7 Prime Magic, so it's going to go all over the face, and it's going to keep the makeup on basically throughout the day. Thank you. Yeah, I've straightened it today out of the shower. So this is what it looks like. It's like a gel formula. Home and Torome. Joelle Lowe. Thank you. Sorry if I've pronounced that wrong. Home Many Tormendes. Sorry. I hope that was a bit better than the first time. So I'm just rubbing this around, guys. It's like a gel formula, but it does make it's like a grip for your foundation to stay on. But I was on an overnight last night, so I came home and I think I fell asleep. I got off at 7:30 this morning. Had so many things that I was going to do, and then I just fell asleep on the sofa for 3 hours. I couldn't keep awake, but then I jumped up and did what I needed to do. So we're going to let that set for 30 seconds just to give it some time, just to set into the skin. And then I'm just going to show you what I'm using as foundation today. Super easy and quick, really travel friendly. This is the Essence foundation stick. So foundation sticks are amazing for travel, but they're also really easy and quick to put on. So that's what we're going to do. I've got my water here as well. It's been pouring rain all day, guys, so I'm glad I was inside. I'll be up bright and early tomorrow, about 6 o'clock to get to work, so that'll be fun. Okay, but I hope you guys are having a good week. Let me know what you're doing. So this is the Essence foundation stick, and this is in 160. So they have, instead of kind of names like porcelain or caramel, things like that, they go by numbers. So this is 160. So we're going to pop that up. My day wasn't so stressful. My overnight was stressful. I've got my watch and it tells me how many hours I got to sleep on my overnight. 2 hours and 45 minutes. So yeah, it was I think when you're a support worker, if you're a support worker watching this, let me know. You don't fully on an overnight really, you can sleep on an overnight, but there's a waking night, which is very different to an overnight. A waking night is when you actually have to be on shift awake all night long. An overnight is when you still have the responsibility of watching them and looking after them, but there is like a staff sleep room. So, but I never fully sleep when I'm there because I'm very aware that I'm looking after them and that I'm responsible for them. So yeah, my watch told me that I had 2 hours and 45 minutes sleep. So I felt like I had more until I got home and just literally fell asleep on the sofa after breakfast. So you can see how quick the foundation is to put on, guys. So that would be really handy to have in your bag during the day if you're traveling. And it's not going to take up too much room. So what I want this to do... Hi Fatma, how are you? What I want this to do is neutralize my skin color and also kind of take down the redness. So we're going to do that again. I'm going to put another application on. So I would say this is light. Kind of coverage. This is Essence foundation stick. Mine is in 160. So I'm just going to pop it again. So I do think like my hours are starting to kind of show in my body. I think I need to take care of myself a bit better. So I do plan to do that. If you were on my lives the other night, you know that I'm starting swimming on Sunday. I'm starting swimming, but it's like adult-led swimming. So it's not like you just go into the swimming pool. Everyone, one, has to know how to swim, and two, it's like lane swimming. So there's like a lifeguard there. He's an instructor, and you're given a number and basically say, so 1, 2, and 3, and you're told to go. You're given a specific amount of time to get to the start of the pool to the end, and you have to listen for your number. And so it's like a whole hour of that. And I know that sounds intense, but I think I'd rather that than just go into the swimming pool on my own and think that I'm working out and think that because I'm not a gym person. Let me know if you are. I don't know why. I like walking, I like swimming. But I've just never been. I've tried the gym. Don't get me wrong. I've tried it, but I'm not. I'm not. I'm just not. I'm just not into the gym. I'm just not. Not in the sense that I'm unhealthy. Just I can't really get into it. But I do like things like Pilates and yoga classes where it's adult led. But I feel like the gym just isn't for me. So I'm just gonna pop that back. So that's our kind of foundation stick today. I would say it's perfect for people who have really good skin. I just wanted to show it to you to get today. It's from Essence. So it's really, you know, purse friendly or wallet friendly. We're gonna go in now with the e.l.f. and this is the Hydro Camo Concealer. Let me just catch up. Hi Fatma again. 2.45 hours. Was it a deep sleep? I don't think it was a deep sleep. I can never fully sleep when I'm there because I'm just very aware that I'm looking after the guys. You can sleep and there is a staff room to sleep, but I'm always aware kind of that I'm looking after them. But yeah, my watch now tells me, you know, the steps, everything like that. And it came with the phone. It's like a Samsung watch. But I set it to kind of time my sleep just to see like how I'm doing health wise. And it seems like when I'm at work, I never get more. I've been tracking it. I never get more than 3 hours. It's not something I do on purpose. I think I just can't completely relax because I know I'm responsible for them. But yeah. Hi, Leandro Jobert. Um, I'm excited for Sunday, but also I've I haven't put a swimsuit on I think for a very long time. So that and the fact that everybody else might have been there before me, so it's not like a new year start. Everyone else I think has already been there, so I'm going to be the newbie. So you'll have all these professional swimmers, and I'll be the newbie. So that's kind of yeah. So we'll see how it goes. Have to step out of your comfort zone. Hi, Jahan Girl Hussein. I'm good, thank you. How are you? So we're just going to use the same brush, guys, but what I'll do is I warm it up. If you know my lives or my videos, particularly under the eyes, I don't go straight in with a brush just because you don't want to kind of interrupt especially under eyes. But yeah, let me know how your weeks have been, guys, and what you're doing. But I said to my friend Sophie the other day, I tried on my swimsuit because that's just what girls do, because they do, you know, being honest, you know, before you go, you have to try on your swimsuit. I think if you haven't been to the pool in a long time, to the swimming pool, and it was okay, it was fine, so that's good. And I'm just going to use this today as concealer. If you're wondering why for my eye I'm going like that, because I am going to use it as concealer as well. Okay. So I'm trying to kind of simplify for you guys this makeup because, you know, we're all so busy. It's amazing to see all these gorgeous looks, but this is kind of, I wanted to focus tonight on everything here is like for maybe the busy student, somebody, or else not even busy, somebody who just doesn't want to spend a huge amount of time, but still want to look like clean makeup, you know, nice eyeshadow, but you're not going to spend hours and hours trying to follow a tutorial, basically. I wanted to kind of reach out to people like that because I was asked to do a video on that, which I will be doing, but I also didn't want anybody who just checks out the lives and not the videos to miss out. So kind of the essence of this today is simple makeup, but still getting that really nice kind of clean textured look. My skin is definitely going through something, as you can see. Okay, we're just going to use that concealer one more time. But definitely, guys, let me know how you've been. And if you're new here, I'll just introduce myself. My name is Kira. Outside of YouTube, I'm a support worker for autistic young adults and Down syndrome young adults. And then here, as you can see, if you check out my channel, I do makeup tutorials and I review products that I've been given. And I have on a couple of occasions done mental health videos as well. Okay. Probably after the first session in the pool, I will be absolutely drained because I wouldn't have done this in a very long time. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm looking forward to it. So what we're going to do now is kind of set everything. This is the Collections Mattifying Powder, SPF 20, and it has vitamin E as well. So we're going to do that. That's going to mattify everything down. It's going to kind of give us coverage, but not too much. It's not going to look too dry. And then I'll catch up on the comments. Okay. Now I know it looks white. It's going to, like, people who haven't seen this before are going to say, oh my God, but actually it goes on transparent or translucent. Let me just check. Oh yes, hopefully I will be fine. Thank you. Okay, I'm just checking. Something's come up about the comments. I'm just making sure everybody is okay. Perfect. So we're going to pop this on. Glad that the sound is working. That's a huge relief, guys. It's a huge relief. So I was saying to my friends today, one of my friends, that happened, and that I was hoping not to have to come on a couple of times. Basically, if you're new here, I went live on Monday, and I didn't change anything about the actual phone or how I set it up, and 4 times there was just no sound. And then on the 5th time it was absolutely fine. So all I'm going to do is, just because I'm going through a little bit of a kind of breakout here, just kind of being really kind of sensitive to that, and then just making sure. Some people say to me, where do you set the most? And I think set where you get oily the most. Also, obviously set your face, but kind of really focus on, say, for me, it's the T-zone. Okay. Wayne, Gent, hi, say Ellie. Cloud 19, Slay Girl, thank you. Okay. So we've kind of just set everything there, guys. We are going to go in with a Revolution Pink Baking Powder, and I'm only going to put it kind of under the eyes, very lightly, just to set everything in the T-zone. Okay. Faye Horse, can I have a PR? Okay. Okay, so the lid has just come off. That's amazing. Okay. Okay, so this is the Super Matte Fix from Revolution. It's the no flashback pink baking powder. And all I'm going to do is use like a little triangle here, and just kind of use it under the eyes, basically. That's all I'm going to do. But do let me know, guys, if you're new on here and what you do. If you've got a channel too, I always say, if you'd like people to know your channel, definitely comment below so other people and other viewers can see it. If you're trying to build your channel in any way, do that for sure. I always try to encourage that as well. Okay, so this is what it looks like. The only thing I would say is there's no sifter for that, guys. So if you're trying not to waste product, it's quite a struggle, because yeah, you can see there's nothing to kind of control the amount that comes out, basically. Sambo Mohammed, hi. Faye Horsenell, come to Scotland. I've only ever been to Edinburgh, but I was seeing somebody's apartment that I knew, and so I didn't actually get to go around Edinburgh really at all. But it's a shame, really. But yeah, it's one place that I'd like to spend time in. Okay, so all we're going to do, as you can see, it's the perfect shape. We're just going to bring it under the eye. Yeah. The life of a support worker, guys, is catching up with me for sure. Okay. So you can see, guys, all it does is kind of mattify, just mattify everything, basically. And we're going to focus now on the T-zone, particularly here. As you can see, it's just the redness that comes through. So that's what we're going to do. And again, I will show you, if you didn't see before, that's what it looks like. Your skin is so nice and soft. Thank you, Sambo. Faye Horsenell, do you have a daughter? No, I don't have any children. Okay. So again, this is what it looks like, and we're just going to pop that in the T-zone. I have a friend whose sister's just had a baby, and she is a little girl, and she is like a little doll. She looks like a doll. She's beautiful. She's absolutely beautiful. A girl in work, she showed me a picture of her sister's new baby. It is, wherever you get that, you know, that saying, oh, she looks like a doll, She actually does. She's like a beautiful little thing. Beautiful. Okay, so I'm just using up, basically using up what's in here, just so there's no product that's wasted. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna miss my family, like, from Ireland. I really am this year. As you know, guys, this year is a bit different for me. But you know, it just makes you focus on the future a bit more. The new year, I'm gonna keep myself busy. It's always a good thing just to keep yourself busy, I think. Um, do you see products? Okay. I'm your next door neighbor. Okay. Um, okay, so you can see that's just kind of the base done, guys. What we're gonna do now is go in with, okay, have I brought the products I need? Have I been, what have I done? I thought I brought everything and was super, okay. Looks like I wasn't as planned as I thought I was going to be. Oh my goodness, guys. I need somebody just to come and organize my life. Never mind organize my makeup table. Jeez. I found one. Oh my goodness. Okay. I found two. Okay, we got there in the end. Oh, hi, Tassos. How are you? No, I don't sell any products. I'm a qualified freelance makeup artist, but I don't sell products at all. No. You're laughing at me, Tassos. Yes, I am a bit chaotic right now. Okay, so this is the W7 Golden Glow Drops, and they're a dupe for the Drunk Elephant Sunshine Drops. So what we're going to do is I always warm it up on my hand, and then I'm going to have a drink, I think, of water right now. Probably wine at the weekend. Yeah, I know, I did ignore that, particularly since I don't have any based on how my house is. So, yeah. But you know, you do have some people that just have a sense of humor. So I think that's what that was. I used to have neighbors where I was before, but not at the minute. Okay. And Merry Christmas to you too, Sambo. I hope you have a good one. I hope everybody has a really good Christmas. So basically this is just like, you can use this as, say, a contour or a bronzer. And basically a bronzer is where the sun naturally hits your face. As you can see here, it looks more like a tan. A contour will actually change the shape of the face. So you will really see that kind of more bring in the cheekbone. And that's what a lot of actresses do and models do. What they do is, you know, if they have a film coming up, or maybe they're playing a character in a drama, anything like that, and they need to change for the character, sometimes the makeup artist will contour and highlight. And highlighting is what they bring forward, and contouring is kind of changing the shape. Whereas a bronzer is just going to look like you have a little bit of a tan, and that's what we're going for today. Nice, you look beautiful. Thank you. How long ago did you start? Maybe going on half an hour. I was a bit late. Going on about half an hour. I tried a new dinner tonight for myself. I was testing my cooking skills, and I made lemon chicken, which I never made before, but I wanted to make, and it turned out okay in the end. It turned out all right. So I was rushing to do the dishwasher and everything to get on here, so I was a little bit late for that. But you know, when you try a new recipe, you just want to. So yeah, I tried lemon chicken and it turned out okay. So yeah. Okay. So you can see, guys, it has made a difference, but like, it's not going to look too overly done, which is what we want. It's really, I'm trying, Tassos, because of my work schedule and things, not to kind of depend on food that, like, you know, is, oh, just because it's quick, if you know what I mean, because that's really bad for you. But it's, I know it's such a, you know, a lot of people in my industry kind of, and I'm sure in other industries too, you just kind of cook what's there, and I kind of want to try different things. So it turned out okay, so that was okay. Something I'll try again. Okay, so now that that's in, now that that's on, I obviously put on too much. I am going to set that just like we set the foundation, and this is the 001 Sunlight, and this is the natural bronzer from Rimmel. We're just going to take some of this off because there was a little bit of an excess there. So this is just going to set the kind of powder form of the bronzer that we did. So and this is what it looks like. Rimmel are a great company too for really good products with good ingredients. So that's what it looks like. There's no shimmer to it either. So lemon chicken sounds delicious. It turned out really well, actually. Something I would definitely try again. I'm working at the minute with a lot of I wouldn't say that they're agency. They're agency to permanent staff now, so they're permanent staff with us. But a lot of them are from like Nigeria and Africa, and when it's their time to cook, the things they cook, guys, are amazing. Absolutely, and the herbs they use, everything is cooked, you know, from scratch. I'm learning so much, and I know lemon chicken isn't like that, but there's just so many things I'm learning, honestly, you know, that I wouldn't have known before. It's amazing. You don't need to cover anything, but I can see it works. Oh, thank you. I think I do, but thank you very much, Tassos. Learn how to make pea soup. It's nutritious and lasts for days. I made it in England and it was the same as in Greece. Wow, I would never even think of that as a soup. Pea soup. Definitely be interested. I'm trying to just get as much vegetables in as I can, because you know, like, there's a lot of people over here that say eating healthier is more expensive over here than kind of getting quick food. And I think you just have to be careful where you shop. I don't think that's necessarily true. I think if everything's organic, yes, you're going to pay a lot more. But you can just go to the market and get things, or, you know. Okay, so that's just kind of set the bronzer, and that's the powder form. That's the Rimmel Natural Bronzer 001. Hi, Effie. Mohammed, what time is it? I have much. It's 10 to 9 at the moment. Okay, so that's kind of that. Wondering if I should have tied my hair up, and that's okay. Okay, so that's the bronzer. We're going to go in with a super, super dark berry-like blush today, so I'm going to be very, very careful. It's the NYX, and it's the Buttermelt blush, and mine is in Better Than Before Deep Raspberry, and wait till you see it. It's definitely deep. Okay. If you didn't want to make, if you didn't want to use concealer as eyeshadow, kind of concealer, you could use something like Profusion Pigment Base, something like that. So yeah. But I've used the concealer today. But this is from NYX, guys. But they came out with 20 or 30 different colors in this range. I got a deal on TikTok. I've got this and the terracotta. The terracotta is really nice, but I think for the eyeshadow look that we're going for today with the W7 Socialite palette, I think it kind of is very suitable. But I will say it's strong, and you'll see what I mean. I'll just catch up with the comments. It's time for sleep, not makeup. Well, I'm not going out, but I do makeup tutorials, so that's what I do. It's only 8:47 p.m. Yep, I'm only joking. Keep going. Okay, so I'll show you guys, and they smell like vanilla. They're amazing. There you go. Very, very creamy texture. So you can see why I'm going to go super, super gentle, because it's a beautiful color, but you know, you don't want to look like, you know, crazy. So that's it. Let's swatch it for you. Just there we go. I mean, look at that, guys. Amazing. Seriously. Okay, so what we're going to do is just be very careful about product placement. So product placement is not going for the classical apples of the cheeks. When you blush, guys, you blush actually all the way up to here. So that's kind of, you know, the way you should do it. So that's what we're going to do. I'm going to get a very specific shape brush as well. Lemon chicken, yes. Yeah, it was something I saw, and I wanted to make it myself, and I did it, and it was really nice. It was really nice. With rice. Yes, it was with rice. Sorry, I should have said that. Yes, with rice. So we're just going to take a very small amount, and we're going to just bring that. I'm going so lightly, guys, because it's super strong. I'm not complaining, but what I do then is I go in with a buffer brush, and what that does is just blends out and warms it up to the skin like this, so it doesn't look so harsh. And you can keep blending until you get the effect that you want, and you can see it's kind of like a highlight if I turn like that. And then you can see, as you see, as it goes up, it doesn't go just focusing here. So that's what we're doing there. Okay, so that's kind of what you get basically. It's getting warm up here. Okay. Can you bake a cake? Yes, I can. Yes. Okay. So what we're going to do is just do the same on the other side. And actually, guys, if you look, it looks quite natural to what I have already. And that's the key. Don't kind of overdo it because, you know, throughout the day, it is going to kind of fade away. But you can see it is quite natural. I have obviously just mattified it a bit on this side, but we're going to do the same thing. Again, this is what you can get if you go really strong. You know, you can get this level of color, but I'm going to go, and actually, guys, what I'm going to do is use whatever is remaining on the brush because it's that strong, and then we can go back in if we need to. So I'm just gonna, you can see, guys, look how strong that is. I haven't even gone back in. So I mean, you definitely get, you know, quality for your money, you know. So we're just gonna use the buffing brush like I did before and bring that up like that. Lovely sink, well looked after, yes, but I'm also the cleaner, which I wish I wasn't, but I am. That's just how it is for me. Okay, so that's it, guys. You see, it didn't take a lot, but also if you wanted to go stronger than me, you certainly could. So that's that. I tend to use the terracotta more just because I'm starting to really like that color, but the eyeshadow look today, I wanted to use it. I wanted to make sure I was, you know, using all the products that I got. Okay. General manager. Okay. Is that what you do for a job? Okay, so what we're going to do now is go in with the brows. I'm going to take water. Something's come up about settings. Sorry, guys. Okay, sorry, something came up about settings there. I fixed it. Just going to take some water. But do let me know, guys, how your day's been. Okay. So I'm going to show you the eyeshadow palette first before we go in with the Revolution brow pen. I'm just going to pop a couple of things back so we've got some space here. No, I'm a security officer. You should be. I was a manager for 7 years in a primary school after school club. That was a huge amount of responsibility. I loved the job, but during COVID, the parents realized they could work from home. Well, a lot of the parents realized, and so we couldn't stay open because there wasn't enough kids, basically. But yeah, that was a really interesting job for 7 years. It was from age 4 to 11 years old. So actually, 3 was the youngest we had. But okay, so this is it, guys. It does show you on the back. W7 Socialite Palette. It's a dupe for the Huda Beauty Nude Palette. Okay, and we have got a lot here, as you can see. So you can see why I went with more of a pinky blush. But that is what we're working with tonight. Okay, let me just get some room here. Oh gosh, I need to win the lotto and just have an amazing makeup room. Okay. Okay. Okay, so we're going to go in and cut the crease. And what cut the crease means is you take a neutral color and you just kind of separate the lid from the rest of your eye. So you kind of start from here. If you've got hooded eyes, you'll go up a little bit more. Otherwise, everything you do when you open your eye and look forward is going to kind of disappear. So that's what we're going to do. I'm just going to get my e.l.f. fluffy brush. And we're going to go in with a neutral brown. This is called Debutante. This one here. It's coming off a lot cooler actually, but it's a bit more medium toned. You should get a job selling or teaching products. I think selling is and I'm not a makeup artist, kind of work on makeup counters, but then I think it becomes a lot of commission based, and there must be a lot of pressure in sales to meet those deadlines, you know. I can imagine people in sales have a tough time, you know. This time of year probably is really good for them, Christmas and things like that, but I imagine it must be quite tough working in sales. Okay, so I'm just going to take it in slightly. I'm not going to go all the way in, guys, because we're going to leave that for like a white gap for shimmer, because if you bring it in too much, it's going to drag your eye down. If you leave a little white, maybe some shimmer, and then it radiates out, there's a gradient to it then. So that's what we're doing. And basically, if you're wondering why are you going a bit higher than the lid, it's because I've got slightly hooded eyes. So if I do that, you can see it, but if I had kept it in there, you wouldn't have seen it, just because I do have slightly hooded eyes. You're good. Oh, thank you. There's some amazing makeup artists out there. And I'm using whatever is left on the brush, guys, on the other side. But then if I do have to go back in, I will. You don't see any marks? What do you mean? Sorry. So all I'm doing is just kind of warming that up to the skin, guys. Sorry, I don't know what you mean. Just warming that up so that it doesn't, and I'm just keeping the eye, the inner eye, kind of free of any color, because we are going to go in with like a deep shimmer there, but not shimmer, but in terms of like a brighter color. Now we're going to go in with the lid color, and we're going to go in with Worldly, and this is what Worldly looks like here. And again, if you're just new to this, this is the W7 Socialite Palette, which is a dupe for the Huda Beauty Nude Palette. Let me just check something. I think I'm going to have a drink, guys, because it's hot up here. Does it cover? Sorry, what do you mean? Robert said hi. I thought I saw something from Tassos. Do you? Oh, how did that come up now, Tassos? You sent that quite a while ago. Do you do the backstroke when swimming? If not, try it. Well, this is going to be like the instructor is going to lead the class, so I guess we have to just follow what he says. But sorry, Tassos, I don't know how I didn't see that before. Okay, and Robert, hi. Okay, so what we're going to do now, as I said before, is go in with the kind of pearl color here. We're going to go in that right into the inner corner of the eyes. It doesn't leave scratches. No, it doesn't. Okay, I'm going to go in with my finger just to warm it up. That's what it looks like. So you can see it's quite light. But what we're going to do is bring that out gently. So you have kind of a lightness to the eye. Like that. And we're going to just build that up as we go. You can see as you just have you need to have patience, I think, with eyeshadow sometimes, because it doesn't always look correct straight away, but you do, if you have a plan, like a gradient plan. So now you can see, guys, what I was talking about. If that color had gone right in, I think it would have just made me look tired. I think the white, especially because I've got brown eyes, it kind of just kind of makes the eye look bigger, but also kind of suits the tone of the color as well. I'm thinking of starting swimming again as well, but to see, it's going to be cold here. Awesome. Whoa, in the sea. Wow. Do you mean in the sea? You've spelt it like as in the sea. I don't think I'd trust myself. When I was see you later, patrol, I'd be back. Nice. Oh, thank you, Samba. See you later. Thank you for joining us. When I was a teenager, I went to PADI diving school in Ireland. Um, but we trained in the pool first, and then we went out to sea. But I didn't complete it. Um, didn't complete it in the end. It was too far for me to travel for where I lived. It was in Galway, and I lived in Dublin, so I just couldn't get there transport wise. But it was interesting. It was really interesting. We had some people panic though because you have to work in teams. So first of all, you learn the language underwater so you can communicate. So that was really, obviously that's expressions and things like that. But we had to pass the test of being able to help the other person when you're, say, at sea basically and you're underwater. And what the test was is you had to be able to give the breathing device to the other person if they were struggling. So the instructor was kind of floating, watching you, and you couldn't pass unless this was ticked off the list, basically. So I was partnered up with somebody. I didn't know who they were, and we went down and we did all the kind of. He communicated with us, and he was like, "Okay, they can communicate with each other." And when the time came to swap the breathing device, or to give him the breathing device, and for me to hold my breath, before that came, he panicked and just grabbed the device, and so I had to hold my breath really quick and get him back up again. So yeah, I think he just really panicked. Yeah, which I can understand. So that had to be done again with somebody else. But that was the first time I did it. But it was interesting. But I don't think I'd feel comfortable doing it. I'd have to redo it again. I think it's been a long time. But no, it would be interesting. Okay, let's just refresh. It's saying every couple of minutes it's saying something about the chat, so I'm just making sure. Okay, Superman language. Do you like to jump in cold water? Not really, but apparently ice baths are really good for you and things like that. Wouldn't be my preference. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we've gone in with that. We're going to go in with Cosmopolitan and we're going to deepen the outer V. And the outer V is the outer V of your eye just here. It kind of has a V shape. But I'm going to take some water first. Okay. Okay. So I'm going in with that color and I'm just going to take it on the outer V here really gently, guys. You can see how even just that amount of color I'm just taking my hair, using what's remaining on the brush, then not going all the way in, but we're just using what's remaining on the brush. And we're keeping the inner corners of the eyes super bright, super bright. Okay, what palette is the orange on your eye, on my eyebrows? Well, the actual palette is called the W7 Socialite Palette, and it's a dupe for the Huda Beauty Nudes palette, and this is what the colors look like. Really nice colors there. The orange, the color of it is called Worldly. This is this one here. They all have different names. It's Worldly. Okay. Okay, so we're just going to blend that a bit more, guys, just so it kind of sets in. That's okay, you're welcome. It's a nice palette to have. And this, as you can see, just deepens the color. Even though I haven't gone in again, you can see what it's doing. It's just deepening that color, separating the cream and the kind of brown. Okay. Now I'm going to go in with RSVP. And we're going to go in the inner corners of the lid with that. Your room is so quiet and peaceful. Thank you. I'm not sure if I already read that or not. Sorry, it's been a long day. And we're just going to go over. So this is RSVP, and this is what it looks like here. A really good palette to have, guys. It will take you through a lot of seasons. It really will. Okay. And then this is what it looks like. Anything on the inner corner, I tend to place with my fingers. And so you can see the difference that makes. It actually makes the eye look a little bit bigger as well. Now, of course, guys, you could go in with any of these glitters like I have done on previous videos and lives, but I think just for the look we're going for today, and because I'm doing that video that I was requested to do, I thought people that don't go on the video or go on, check out the videos and only go on the lives, basically it was a request for, and if you look back on the live, simple makeup that still looks really clean and nice with not needing to take as much time. So I know we're on for 45 minutes, but actually if you were to do this and follow everything, it wouldn't take that long. So, okay, what we're going to do is just deepen it one more time. And this is called the Members Club. And we're only going to go on the outer V with that before we go on in with mascara. I'm wondering if I have my clip here because it's quite hot. I think I left it downstairs. Did I? Yes. Okay. Did I? No, I'm just wondering if I should. Should I? Where? Oh, no. Okay. When you get old, I think you look like Judi Dench. Okay. Wow. I did this TikTok trend of parents who put your photo in and see who your parents are. And my mom was Meryl Streep and my dad was, oh my God, I didn't realize how much we looked like each other. Oh my God. He used to, oh, now I can't even think. But if you look at my TikTok, you'll see it. I was going to put it on my Instagram, but all my family were there and I didn't want them to think that I was looking for new parents because their generation wouldn't really get it. And like if they say, oh, this could be your parents. But my mom was Meryl Streep and, oh, Robert Downey Jr. My dad was Robert Downey Jr. So there you go. But Judi Dench, I don't know. I wouldn't have said that, but that's interesting. Okay. Okay, so yeah, you should try it, guys. Go on the TikTok. Who would celebrity parents? Who would they be? It's really it's quite fun. Meryl Streep was quite a shock to me when I looked at the kind of features of Robert Downey Jr. I kind of got where they were going, but yeah, Meryl Streep was a bit of a new one. Okay, so we're just going to go into the Members Club, and that's what it looks like. And we're only going to go in the outer V. I'm not going to bring it in too much. So for that reason, we're going to go in with my finger, and that's what it looks like. With that, and we're just going to bring it like that. Just tap it, and then we're going to use a clean brush and buff it in. So this brush won't have any product on it. Can you see how deep that is? This brush isn't going to have any product on it whatsoever because this is quite deep. And then that kind of eye look. Now I'm not going to go in with any shimmers. I have done that before, but you can see, guys, you definitely have choice. I mean, look at these, they're fabulous. And then you've got your golds here as well. So definitely a good palette to get. So if you don't know the name, if you missed it, it's the W7 Socialite Palette, and it's a dupe for the Huda Beauty Nudes palette. Okay. We're just going to get a brush now and just blend that out. But yeah, you should try the trend, Tassos, on TikTok. You just have to upload a photo and it tells you who your celebrity parents are. So I got Meryl Streep and Robert Downey Jr. So there you go. Now all I'm doing is just, so there's no crease there, guys. I'm just going in, warming it up a bit. But as you can see, I'm not going to go too far in. When I was younger, I used to get a lot of, what's that girl from Dawson's Creek? I think we were I can't remember her name. She used to be in Dawson's Creek. I got that a lot when I was younger. Okay, so we're going to go in with mascara now. Before that, we're going to go in with the brows. The lip gloss that I'm using today is the Revolution, and it's the Plumping Lip Gloss. Pout Bomb Plumping Lip Gloss. So we'll be using that. But we're going to do the brows first. So for brows, we are using Guys, I definitely need to win the lotto and get a bigger and just have a makeup room. That's, yeah. I want to design my own makeup room if I ever win the lotto. So this is just the Revolution double-ended brow pencil and brush. Robert Downey Jr. and Meryl Streep is very pretty. Yeah, the Meryl with the Robert Downey Jr. My dad's side of the family are quite dark. The Meryl Streep caught me by surprise. But no, it's really interesting because when you so like it puts you in the middle and then it puts Meryl Streep on one end and then it puts and you can actually see as they're side by side. It's weird. You can kind of see the similarities. So definitely would if you're looking for like just to see how interesting it would be. Definitely go onto TikTok and do my celebrity parents on CapCut and it will bring it up for you. It's really funny, honestly. Okay. I'm just brushing them into place, guys. I think that's really important because then you don't put any product where it doesn't need to be. Okay. One place, even though we haven't been talking about places, I'd love to go again. And I was in, and 2016 was the last time I was there, is New York. I'd love to go to New York again. Obviously, if anybody knows me for a very long time, they know I love Portugal. And I've got a whole video on it. You know, if you're a long time subscriber, you'll have known that I love that. But one place if I could ever go back again, even just once, would be New York, I think. But yeah, if I could live somewhere, it would be Portugal. I'm just going to fix the edge there with the brush so we don't put on any more products. I don't know who Robert Downey Jr. and why he's called Junior is that his father Robert Downey was an extremely famous actor, and Robert Downey Jr. is his son, who in his own right is an extremely famous actor as well. So I would love to see New York, but everyone says that it's nothing like it used to be, and I have it in my mind as as the 70s and 2000s. Well, I only know it as 2016, but I know what you mean. That's how I would know it. But yeah, I'm sure there's an older New York, yeah, that people that aren't from there that will never see. But yeah, absolutely. It's a really, really good place. The people were so friendly. It was just a really good experience. A really, really good experience. Okay, so what are we doing? We're going to go in with mascara, and the mascara is the Rimmel, and it's their Scandalize Wow Wings. So, but yeah, no, I'd love to have seen the old New York, as in yeah, that would have been amazing. But yeah, 2016 is when I went. One of the best probably experiences of my life, really. Okay, so I'm just going to take this out. How's everything going with your move, Tassos? Okay, so what I'm doing is just taking the product out, basically. And just making sure there's not too much on the brush. That's the only thing I would say about this mascara, guys, is that you do have to be super careful about that. And I'm turning the heating off the minute I get off this, guys, because it's too warm. Which is weird to say tonight in the UK, but it's too warm. Okay. Get the mirror. It's not all grimy and greasy, etc. No, I know what you mean. No, it's not. It's not. It really isn't. People really take care of it. They're proud of it. The people themselves are so welcoming. I would definitely not say it's grimy or gritty for sure. Oh, the question was just how all your plans are going for travel and things like that, and what you're doing now, if anything's changed or. But no, I mean, I would recommend going for sure. I would just ignore the politics. You know, don't let that stop you. Okay. So you can see, guys, if you're somebody like me, I cannot have false lashes. I just get allergic reaction to the glue. This is great because it's waterproof, and it really does stay on all day. And I should have put my setting spray on first, but I've been talking too much and distracting myself. It's the Elf and it's the Power Grip um, dewy setting spray. So, um, I get told that I talk a lot, but I think for me, it's the people. You have to kind of you get a certain vibe for people, I think, whether that's in work or if that's personal. And then it's only when I feel comfortable with people I'll get chatty. But if I feel like, okay, I'll keep this on an acquaintance basis, or maybe, just hold back, I will do that. But no, I definitely, tend to chat too much, as people have told me on this before. I think I just get carried away. No, I'm still here. I have a certain amount of savings, so I'm not paying. That's amazing. That's great. I can't wait to win the lotto. um, I'm okay, but I do need to keep working. That's the problem here. Is that, like, I do have savings, but it wouldn't be something that I could just, um, it's just my own experience, so I can't. I've got friends that are having like 6 month sabbaticals and things like that, and that really, I would love to do that. It's basically you stay in the job, they pay you, but you only have 6 months. Um, Maybe some companies do a year, but I've got one friend and she's got a 6 month sabbatical from work, and I think she's traveling. So, I mean, I think I'd catch up on sleep for the first 3 weeks. um, okay. So Ireland would be a no. You think I should stick to Cyprus? No, I mean, I think the job market, depending on where you want to live, I think you're going for Northern Ireland, aren't you? Which I don't have as much information because I'm from Dublin, which is the Republic of Ireland. Um, but I think have you mentioned Northern Ireland? I don't have as much information on that, but they do use the sterling. And Republic of Ireland use euro. So, I mean, it all depends on kind of where you want to live, how much you have in terms of spending, how much you'd be prepared to pay if you're going to rent or you're going to buy, and what industry as well, what industry you're going to get into, and if that's going to pay well, just to match your living expenses. So I mean, I used to live in Dublin years ago, but that's when it was kind of, very much affordable. But yeah, I think, am I right that you know more, you were thinking more about Northern Ireland, which I don't have as much information on, unfortunately, because I'm from Dublin. I don't know as much about it. I do know it's where the Titanic was built. Am I right in that? And there's a huge kind of memorial there and a whole Titanic experience you can do. Okay, I'm going to just take some water and then I'm going to do the other eye. But that's what that looks like, guys. You could keep going with it. I've done about 3 or 4 applications and you can see what you get, the kind of level that you get considering here, and then you look here. So you do get, if you wanted to, you could go on the bottom lashes. I'm not going to do that, but you certainly could, and you just get more of a cat eye effect. So what I'm going to do is just have some water, and then I think I'm going to have to go shortly, guys. I don't know what that reaction was, but okay. Um, and before I go and before I do the other eye, just in case, I will just show you the Revolution Plumping Lip Gloss. Okay, we're just going to pop that on. So there is a minty smell to this, and it plumps your lips up, but it's worth it because the color is amazing. I think I tried it on live once, and I was saying that it stings and stuff like that, but actually it's just like a kind of like tickle a little bit. So that's as much as I would do with that. Okay, so we're just going to do the other eye. But yeah, it depends, Tassos, on what the industry you want to go into. I guess for you, the euro is already something you use. But the first thing I do after pictures, after lives, guys, is because I lose everything. If I'm not careful, I put it away, and then I say to myself, I've put it somewhere safe, and then I can't remember the somewhere safe that I've put it. So yeah, I need a PA or something. Okay, so I've just been taking that off for the next eye. Basically, there's a lot of product, as I said, that comes out on this, so you just have to be super careful. But as you can see, you do get really good payoff. For me, Tassos, I think I would go as well where you feel most comfortable. As you get older, when you start to relocate, you do find um it's a struggle to fit in. So like for example, my mum, when she knew that I was going to be in the UK permanently, she considered moving here, but she realized, there's a certain point where you're so used to a certain place that it's a lot to take in mentally, which I totally get. Um, so sometimes sticking with what you know, but trying a different experience is better than relocating and upping your life for absolutely, for a lot. So if you like, I know there's certain aspects of Cyprus, but if you could go and do something different and still know the place very, very well, that's a strength. That's something you've got something in your corner. Because if you were to go to Ireland, that's somewhere where you wouldn't know really anybody. And you don't have to have a huge amount of people in your kind of circle, but it would be nice to know some people. But again, that's not to say if you want to try it in Ireland, try it for sure. Okay, so I think, guys, we're coming to the end. Thank you all tonight, guys. It was really nice to chat to you all. Definitely consider subscribing if you like this kind of content. Follow me on my other social media as well. I've got TikTok and Instagram. Okay, guys. So, I think we're sort of coming to the end of that. That's the kind of look we got. Feeling that connection, having the attention feels good. Being seen and needed is what humans should want. Okay. Okay. Yes, I agree with that. So that's kind of what we got. Simplified makeup, but definitely you still have that fresh, clean, clean look. You can see that I'm definitely tired. That's what 2.45 hours gets you. But I really love coming on here, guys. I'm trying to make the effort big time because I know there was a space of 2 to 3 weeks that I just couldn't come on physically. I was so shattered, and I don't want to have that happen again because the subscribers are really important to me. So this is the look, guys. This is the look. Now, obviously, I'll just show you that W7 Socialite palette one more time. If you're considering getting it, this is what it looks like. Again, it is a dupe for the Huda Beauty Nude palette. And I'll just show you. You do get a huge amount of shimmers. We've gone with the mattes tonight, but do look at my other lives, and they're titled W7 Socialite. You will see a lot of the shimmers being used in that. So that's the look today, guys. I will pop on some photos shortly. But yes, Tassos, I think traveling's amazing. I love traveling, and I would love to, I would love to as well start somewhere, and like I say, Portugal, things like that. But Ireland, just because I know it. Also, the weather isn't great all throughout the year, so a lot of rain. I mean, we have had a couple of summers that have been unusually hot. I think that could have been climate change, but Yeah, just do what works for you. Google moving to Ireland on YouTube and see, maybe some people have kind of maybe documented their time on YouTube. That'd be something you could do, because they would have the modern, up to date information. But yeah, absolutely. But again, sticking to Cyprus and just kind of changing careers or changing, that could also be good. But definitely, if you're thinking of moving to Ireland, I would look on YouTube and say, and search it. And yeah, I'm sure there's people that have recorded their time doing that. Okay, so this is it, guys. Again, thank you so much for coming on tonight. My next live is, we're Wednesday today, so Sunday at 8 o'clock. I really appreciate you all. I appreciate you all. As you can see, I'm getting a bit tired. Thank you, guys. Have a really good night or day wherever you are, and I'll see you very soon.